Two sides making their way out onto the field of play here at the London Stadium, which is just about full. A big bumper crowd in for this final home game of the year for West Ham United, who are in troubled times right now. A last-minute defeat to London rivals Crystal Palace 2 days ago made it 6 defeats in 8 games for Manuel Pellegrini's side, with multiple questions never far away about the Chilean's future in East London. He continues to plod on, but his team have lost their last 3 on their own patch, which hasn't helped his cause, shipping 3 goals in each of them, and they are just a place and a point above the Premier League drop zone. In terms of the team news today, multiple changes made, as we were just saying. 7 made for West Ham United. They line up with Fredericks at right back, Diop, Balbuena and Masuaku ahead of the goalkeeper Fabianski, who comes back in, having been out since the end of September with a thigh problem. Sanchez, Rice and Fornals, the midfield 3. Felipe Anderson and Manuel Lanzini supporting Sebastian Haller in attack. Leicester City have made 9 changes. The only players that keep their place in the Liverpool defeat are Kasper Schmeichel and Johnny Evans. Wes Morgan comes into the side to skipper the team. James Justin makes his first Premier League start at right back, while Christian Fuchs plays at left back. It's Nompali Semendi and Hamza Chowdhury in the middle of midfield. Gray, Iose Perez and Albrighton ahead of them. Kelechi, Iheanacho starting up front. We'll see what exactly the formation is they line up in just a few moments' time. The teams have just gone through the handshakes. No Jamie Vardy today, as the guys were saying in the build-up to this one. He misses today's game after his wife Rebecca gave birth to a baby girl, so congratulations to them. He's not involved, as you might understand. Ricardo Pereira is also missing. He's got a tight hamstring, while Dennis Pratt is also not involved here today. The two sides lining up around the centre circle at the moment, because there is going to be a tribute to Martin Peters, who sadly died on the 21st of December. A 1965 UEFA Cup Winners' Cup winner, and of course one of the World Cup heroes of 1966. He scored 100 goals in 364 games for the Hammers. There is a floral shirt tribute here, and former players joining him, or joining the ceremony, sorry, on the pitch. Ronnie Boyce, Brian Deere, Ken Brown and Eddie Bovington all marching out there at the moment, saluting one of the England and West Ham greats of the past. And ahead of kick-off here at the London Stadium, there is going to be a minute's applause on the referee's whistle. Jeff Hurst, of course, out there as well, the hero from that 66 final. Around 60,000 people rising as one around us here, including everyone in the media area, to show their respects to Martin Peters, MBE, who sadly died just before Christmas.
Well, very impressive, James, wasn't it? Quite an accolade, really, but a very deserving one. The whole stadium there, as you say, 60,000 plus, it seems, all standing as one. But unfortunately, another sad day.
We are underway. Leicester City get us started here in their home kit this evening. Blue shirts, white shorts, white socks, attacking the opposite end to where the 3,000 or so Leicester fans are, away to our right-hand side. West Ham trying to come forward straight away here with Manuel Lanzini in the left channel, but Leicester have won it back here, and Wes Morgan will slide it back to Kasper Schmeichel. Played just over 3 minutes. It's West Ham 0, Leicester 0. Leicester coming down the right-hand side with Demarai Gray, back to goal, having to work it back up the line here. And Mendy will swing one into the box towards Iheanacho, tries to nod it on, it drops to the far post, and a strike on goal by Mark Albrighton. Thankfully, from a West Ham point of view, straight down the throat of Łukasz Fabianski.
Fabianski getting a very welcome cheer there from the home supporters. Straightforward enough save, but they're just pleased to have him back in between the sticks. It opens the game up a little bit. A little bit of a gamble, as I say. For me, it's just, you know, you've still got the relevant number of players to defend.
Demarai Gray with the ball over the top. Iheanacho's onto it straight away. Tries to find past the goalkeeper. Oh, he's taken down! And the referee says penalty to Leicester City.
Red card.
Łukasz Fabianski back in the side today, and a massive error from him straight away. He concedes the penalty with just under 9 minutes gone, and it's a yellow card for the Pole.
Oh, is that the double jeopardy situation? That is it? Penalty with You can't give a penalty and a red card, can you? If he's outside the box...
It depends whether he tried to get the ball. A clumsy attempt to get the ball. He's absolutely clattered Iheanacho there as he came out forward. He put two hands up, but as Iheanacho poked it past him, he took the forward down. Definitely a penalty.
I think he initially went to get the ball and then he went for the man.
And he took a penalty at Goodison Park in the League Cup and scored. All three penalties for Leicester this season have been taken by Jamie Vardy. He's missing today, so it's up to Demarai Gray instead. Steps up to the ball now, it's Gray! Oh, he's saved by Fabianski! And the rebound is cleared away, and Leicester City don't go in front. It's a save by the goalkeeper, but now there'll be a pause in play because the referee is going to check whether there was any encroachment on that penalty kick. It wasn't the greatest penalty, it wasn't in the corner. Fabianski made the stop, but as Fabianski saved it, there was then a clearance away. It depends whether the player who cleared it was in the penalty area or not when the kick was taken. We saw this at Molineux in the game between Wolves and Manchester City last night. Was there a player encroaching?
Looks okay.
But the player who's cleared it came from well outside the D, so I think this one is going to stand as it is, and it does. Here's Allaire, right-hand side, tries to switch it out to the left. Masuaku will go on from left back here, left-hand corner of the penalty area, drives in the shot. Schmeichel beats it away. That one was flying towards the far corner, and a great save there by the big Danish goalkeeper.
Wow, great save. It was the surprise option, really, Masuaku took. I was watching the run at Haller, who mishit the layoff initially. I'm sure he tried to hit Anderson, but ended up hitting Masuaku.
Oh, Wes Morgan taking a risk there. Sebastian Allaire nearly onto him. He's back with Schmeichel. Leicester have got to be careful here and made things a bit easier for themselves.
That's where the West Ham have got to improve. There, Wes Morgan, heavy touch. A little bit of pressure, nips it back to Schmeichel. You can see that a bit of pressure can be applied and they're not backing it up in the sort of second phase area, if you like.
Well, Brighton swings one in from the left-hand side, just a bit too deep. Masuaku's nodded it down, though. Still have a chance for Leicester, flighted towards the far post. Back inside, it's in! Leicester City have scored! Well, that came from nothing there. Everyone thought the ball was going to go out of play, and Kelechi Iheanacho has profited there at the post, and the goalkeeper Fabianski can only push it in, and Leicester City do have the lead. 6 minutes until half-time, and Iheanacho in the team and in the goals again.
Well, there's got to be some sort of VAR inspection on that, but first impressions, I can't see why it wouldn't be given. Possibly an offside, possibly out of play, but that would have been signalled by now, wouldn't it, if it had crossed the line? It's not just the goal area that's part of the technology, is it? It's outside of the post as well.
Well, I guess you're saying the question mark is, had the ball gone out of play before Jose Perez expertly headed it back to Iheanacho, who managed to knock the ball in.
Defence, didn't they? A slice. I wondered on the cross, the first time cross by... No, that's in play. We've seen a replay of that. Iheanacho reacts superbly.
And the simple pass for Chowdhury, who's also performed very well in front of the defence so far.
You see Anderson there. Token effort, token gesture. Just having a little trot. You might as well stand still, mate, and sit deeper than just trot there and be bypassed with ease.
Iheanacho able to turn edge of the penalty, slips it forward. Demarai Gray inside the box, looking for a second, and he sent it just wide. Good opportunity there for the Foxes. Great play by Iheanacho again, driving forward with the ball, slipped in. Demarai Gray, good movement from him, got ahead of Balbuena, just sent it wide of the post.
Yeah, and can't blame him too much for shooting.
Declan Rice coming forward, edge of the penalty area. He's gone past 2 and 3. Still Declan Rice on the left-hand side, rolls it back out to Masuaku. Everyone calling for the cross to come in. And Masuaku in the end edged away from the edge of the penalty area by James Justin, who defends well, holding him by the corner flag. Masuaku rolls it back up the line to Rice. On his right foot, bends the ball into the box. It's nodded on towards the far post by Sebastian Allaire, but comfortably wide of Schmeichel's post in the end. He had that one covered, and it goes out of play for a Leicester goal kick.
Patient defending by Leicester. Hamza Chowdhury initially tracking Declan Rice as he made that run into the penalty box. Didn't get carried away, didn't lunge in, just saw the drive out, and secondly by James Justin there. It was decent enough attempt by Haller, but you're doing well to score from there, aren't you?
Schmeichel with the long ball forward from the goal kick, but West Ham have it back again. Leicester just trying to close out this first half now. We've got 60 seconds left of normal time. Anderson to the right side of Fredericks, back to Felipe Anderson. Low ball in, chance for the equaliser, and West Ham United are level. Leicester weren't ahead for long, and it's been swept into the net from close range by Pablo Fornals for his first league goal. right before half-time. And West Ham United equalised here from close range. Pablo Fornals ran into the box. He looked like he was unmarked there, had the time, had the space, and he swept it past the helpless Kasper Schmeichel. It's West Ham 1, Leicester 1.
Hugely disappointing there for Leicester right before half-time. Christian Fuchs surprisingly getting sucked into a challenge he wasn't able to make or to complete, being bypassed, and from that moment onwards you feared the worst. Anderson, who's out on the left for the majority of the game, who's veered in centrally and turned up on the right flank this time, and good play, you have to say, from West Ham's point of view, although it's a little bit loose. I talked about the patient defending Leicester had displayed a minute or two before. A little bit of sixes and sevens there, Fuchs in particular.
Felipe Anderson, central position in the Leicester half, out to the right-hand side he goes. Crossing opportunity maybe. Not too much movement, forward into Michail Antonio, who was bullied off the ball there by Johnny Evans, and eventually away by Fuchs up towards Albrighton, who holds it near the halfway line. Can't lay the ball off though. Chowdhury can though, up to Jose Perez, and now Leicester come forward. There's been a foul there as Iheanacho is taken down, but Jose Perez is away, driving through the centre. He's still got men to beat. He slips it forward into the area. Real chance for another goal. It's into the net, and Leicester City have the lead for a second time. Demarai Gray. What a finish that is from the Leicester City wide man. There was a foul in the build-up, but Leicester continued, and Demarai Gray, who missed the penalty in the first half, makes amends in the second with the most comfortable of finishes. Great conviction from the Leicester City man. He guides it into the far corner, and the Foxes lead for a second time.
Well, a beautiful counter-attacking goal there. Initially the ball from Chowdhury, I think it was, when the ball broke loose and he just played a first-time pass that split West Ham's midfield. And Perez it was who picked it up. Iheanacho made a run off the ball. He was pulled down by Diop, who's subsequently received a yellow card, correctly so. Referee waved play on, well done to him. Perez kept his head, good run by Demarai Gray, slotted the ball in. That's the Perez's asset. You know, he can wait a pass, he's got a nice touch, he's got good awareness, and played the perfect ball in for Demarai Gray. Could he provide that end product that everyone has been complaining that he doesn't often enough? And there he is, he's rammed it down people's throats, Mickey Adams included, myself included.
Leicester with everyone really pushed forward. Furthest man back is James Justin, who's a good 25-30 yards inside the West Ham half. Maddison's corner in towards the near post. Didn't get any height, it comes back to him though. Second chance for him, bends it in better this time. Headed up into the air, but not totally away by Fredericks. Morgan still in there, tries to win the header, does win the header. Morgan takes it over his own head. Morgan! Oh, he's hit it straight at the goalkeeper. Well, that would have been a goal which should have been played over and over again, not only in the Morgan household, but plenty of others as well. Nearly set himself up there for a sensational strike, but a claim by Fabianski.
Yeah, using his sizable frame there to good effect, wasn't he, Wesley? But very nice, deft little touch and turn.
Leicester come again. Maddison driving through the centre of the West Ham defence, pokes it forward, looking for the run of Iheanacho, but Fabianski off his line to gather. Thankfully, from a Leicester point of view, this West Ham team don't seem to have a clue what they're doing, so all is good at the moment if you're a Leicester fan.
Still that one goal advantage, though, very precarious, isn't it? You know, we've seen that in the first half. West Ham even less impressive in the second than they were in the first, and very rarely a threat, but they pulled one back, didn't they? And you know, you wouldn't rule them out of getting themselves back on level terms.
Well, one man who's going to try and prevent them is Wilfred Ndidi, who's about to come on here. Leicester have it on the left, and they're coming forward with the ball here through Maddison. Shaking, twisting, turning. Maddison gets the strike away from the edge of the penalty area. Straight to Fabianski, who pats it down before grabbing it at the second attempt there.
He's also
throwing bodies forward now, but not really creating too much. Leicester with half a chance there themselves.
So he's also quite a talented individual. That was a beautiful play by Maddison.
Leicester play the ball away here from a deep position. Iheanacho trying to hold on to it on the halfway line. West Ham coming forward deep into added time now. We've played 90 seconds of it. Not long to go as the ball swept into the box towards Balbuena. Leicester clear, drops a Snodgrass on the volley. Sends it towards goal on his weaker right side. We'd have feared the worst if it had been his left, but drags it wide of the goal. Goal kick Leicester City, and time is almost up.
Well, I might have retracted that statement about Iheanacho doing okay. If Leicester had conceded there, he perhaps should have been a little bit stronger, but he was bumped out of possession. West Ham put the ball in the box. Well done, Wes Morgan. Very brave header, one of those that you don't mind committing in the latter stages of the game. It was strange play, indicative of West Ham generally, really, this evening.
Maddison forward, Barnes trying to get onto it. Harvey Barnes round the goalkeeper. There's half a chance for a third goal. Harvey Barnes still. Fabianski claws it clear. To be fair to the goalkeeper, he did well to recover there. And it stays at 2-1 for now. We've got 15 seconds left of added time. Leicester almost there. Barnes down the right-hand side, picks it up on the edge of the area. Harvey Barnes curling one towards the far post, just past the post. It goes behind for a corner. But that is it, the full-time whistle from the referee. And Leicester City get themselves another massive win on the road. Boos around three-quarters of the London Stadium as the home fans voice their displeasure about what things are going on here at the moment. But from a Leicester City point of view, with a much-changed team here today, they have done the business on the road. Ultimately, Demarai Gray's goal, the match winner, 11 minutes into the second half.